If I think about youth soccer at the ages below 14 years old, I really see three main goals for kids. One, most importantly, to develop skill and improve their current soccer abilities. Two is to be active and have fun while doing something that's really good for your body and mental health. And then three, of course, is to develop relationships with kids of similar ages and understand how to problem solve, how to conflict solve and interact with peers that are in similar situations, on easy as well as difficult situations all around the game of soccer. Beyond that, there's of course many other things that are really beneficial for soccer, but these three things I see as the main three value points why parents definitely should have their kids play. As I mentioned in the beginning, the most important point for me would be to actually develop skills and improve one, technical abilities, but two, also decision-making skills. This is, by the way, what we at Fußball are all about. When doing this, it is super important that kids are in an environment where they can try new things and can practice something that they haven't quite mastered yet. Trying a new soccer trick a kid doesn't really know yet. Doing a risky pass that maybe lead to a goal, but maybe also to a quick turnover in the middle of the field. Or doing something else creative and different, this gets the opportunity to truly improve and become a special player. If we're thinking about professional athletes that really make the difference in games and we love to watch on television, a lot of them have a little bit of this magic. Seeing things that nobody else would see, doing something that nobody else would do, and then actually getting it to work. All of these players, though, were not always able to do it perfectly. If you're doing a bicycle kick that is really difficult and scores in the upper corner and a goal, you surely haven't done that right at your first time without ever practicing. This player has practiced the skill and probably failed many times. And big part of that, practicing something difficult and new, is to be in an environment where you are allowed to do something risky, where you are allowed to do something that might fail or might even cause your team to be scored on. Unfortunately, often in youth soccer, I see trainings and I also see games where that's really not the case. Where kids are being drilled into, don't dribble, only pass the ball. Don't do something risky. If we lose the ball, we might get scored on, we might lose. We don't want to do anything that might not work today, because today we really want to win the games, and then in the end you want to win most games, making it very hard to try out something new and risky in an actual game situation. Trying to take winning and success and results over development for players really takes away for kids to have a long-term opportunity to improve their skills at the fastest rate possible. And it can be changed. By removing a setting where a coach really has an interest of making the kid win necessarily, and also removing the pressure from outside factors on not being able to do anything wrong. If you're playing at 8 years old in a team of 9 players on the field, and you know that if you do 2 mistakes, you'll sit the rest of the game on the bench, and your coach will sub you off, and your dad will be disappointed, you probably are going to play it safe and not try something new. But if you're in a situation where you know you have the freedom to try something, and if it doesn't work, you work really hard to get the ball back and you do your really best, and next time you might be a little bit advanced at it, that is a situation where you are learning to be creative, where you are trying new things, and where you are going to improve faster than others. This is something that can just be created by making certain incentives for kids. For example, playing a 3v3 tournament where there's no specific coach for each team and kids have the opportunity to just play with each other, having a structure and someone leading the game and giving them advice, while at the same time not getting mad at them for trying something that fails. Causing the only last part they have to argue with to be their teammates if they constantly do mistakes that lead to goals, and them having to justify it to the 2 other players on their team. This, for example, takes a lot of pressure away from players and gives the opportunity to create new skills and do new things they normally wouldn't do. I think that the same should also be true for a practice environment, where coaches really need to take a look at, is my coaching and my feedback right now helping the player understand that it was a really bad choice overall? Or was it maybe a good choice and it just wasn't technically quite well executed and the player needs more repetition on it? Having coaches that understand that and understand what will be most helpful for a player in the long term and really working towards that goal has a huge impact on player development. This is something we as a Fußball organization are really focused on developing, and we really care about taking away what helps us this weekend score more goals than another team, and instead really looking at what makes players that enjoy the game, are creative, and they're learning new things over 5 to 10 years instead of just for this weekend. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.